Hi everybody, I'm Miss Penny and I am so excited to tell you about a book that has been a favorite in a bunch of middle school classrooms everywhere. The book is Restart by Gordon Corman, and it's about a boy, Chase, who falls off a roof and he loses his memory. Now the crazy thing is Chase was a total bully prior to falling off the roof, but now he has no idea who he is. And he's trying to figure out if he's really the same person or if he can restart his life and turn into someone better. So this book is filled with humor. It's really funny. It's full of second chances and some tough questions about identity and how other people see us. So imagine, everybody, if you woke up tomorrow and you didn't remember anything about yourself, what kind of person would you be? Would you be the same person before? Or would you be as you were before? Or would you be someone completely different? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Restart by Gordon Corman. Chapter 1, Chase Ambrose. I remember falling. At least I think I do. Or maybe that's just because I know I fell. The grass is far away until it isn't anymore. Somebody screams, "Wait, it's me." I brace for impact, but it never comes. Instead, everything just stops. The sun goes out. The world around me disappears. I'm being shut down like a machine. Does that mean I'm dead? Blank. The light is harsh, fluorescent, painful. I squeeze my eyes shut, but I can't keep it out. It's an explosion. Voices are babbling all around me. You can't mistake the excitement. He's awake. Get the doctor. They never said he would wake up. Oh, Chase. Doctor? I try to make out who's there, but the light is killing me. I thrash around, blinking wildly. Everything hurts, especially my neck and left shoulder. Blurry images come into focus. People standing and sitting in chairs. I'm lying down, a sheet over me, white, which makes the brightness even worse. I raise my hands to cover my face, and suddenly I'm tangled in wires and tubing. A clip on my finger is tethered to a beeping machine next to my bed. An IV bag hangs from a pole above it. Thank God. The lady beside me is choked with emotions. I can see her better now. Long brown hair, dark rimmed glasses. When we found you lying there, that's all she can manage before she breaks down crying. A much younger guy puts an arm around her. A white-coated doctor bursts into the room. "Welcome back, Chase," he exclaims, picking up a chart on a clipboard at the foot of my bed. How do you feel? How do I feel? Like I've been punched and kicked over every inch of my body. But that's not the worst part. How am I supposed to feel when nothing makes sense? Where am I? I demand. Why am I in the hospital? Who are these people? The lady with the glasses gasps. "Chase, honey," she says in a nervous voice. "It's me, Mom." "Mom, doesn't she think I know my own mother? I've never seen you before in my life," I blustered. My mother is. That's when it happens. I reach back from an image of Mom and come up totally empty. Ditto, Dad, or home, or friends, or school, or anything. It's the craziest feeling. I remember how to remember, but when I actually try to do it, I'm a blank. I'm like a computer with its hard drive wiped clean. You can reboot it and the operating system works fine, but when you look for a document or file to open, nothing's there. Not even my own name. Am I Chase? I ask. Okay, we're gonna pause there for a minute and imagine how he must feel at this point.
Are you done?
No. So kids are answering the questions, and then I'm going to ask them some more questions to keep the conversation going. And I might even put some questions either up on the board or in the Google Classroom, and break them off into small groups or pairs. So that way, if some of the kids are a little bit more shy, then they'll feel more comfortable talking with their friends. My reflection is that honestly, it felt a little awkward at first reading out loud on the camera. And I kept wondering if my tone was right and if my pauses were in the right spot, if I was looking up enough. But once I got into the story, I remembered like it's fun to kind of bring the characters to life. So I can see how this is going to be great for the classroom. I definitely was trying to work on slowing down because normally I talk really fast. So I was being intentional about slowing down, and I hope that it comes across like that. And I was trying to put in some more dramatic pauses based on the readings that we got from Talk Moves this week. So some of the things I hope that my students do when they are in their groups is that I hope that they start to share some personal connections and say things like, I was surprised when he couldn't remember his mom, or, fill in the blank, I was surprised when, or I agree with. And then they can ask, I'm going to encourage them to ask each other open questions. So how would you feel like I stopped it when I said that? That's some of the questions that I'm going to try and encourage them so they can have more of a open back and forth conversation, whether it's in a circle or in those small groups. As a teacher, I'm going to hope that some things that I do is when they are in their groups, try and stay out of the conversations and let them work through it on their own, unless they either come up to me for some guidance or they have questions and wave me over. Otherwise, I'm going to try and let them do it. And I'm going to use talk moves like, can you say more about that? Who can add on to that idea? Does anyone have a different opinion? All right, I think that's pretty much it. This was a lot of fun, and thank you for listening.